All right, welcome to Sacred Walks by Uni. We are here at the Costa Rica 2025 retreat, and these are my lovely participants. Hello. So tonight we're going to be kicking off our first workshop, and it is titled Yoga Philosophy and the Yamas and Niyamas. Okay, so it's basically, we're going to dive deep into yoga, getting a better understanding of it, its ethical foundation, what it means, what it's all about, what it entails, but more on a spiritual side. Okay, so what is yoga? Real quick, anybody can tell me?
The breath.
The breath. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
Mind, body, and soul.
Beautiful. Okay. Anybody else? All right. So yoga, yoke. The root word of yoga is Y-O. So silent for you, Y-U-J, yoke. So if you go to like Egypt, and you go back into like Kemet, the basics, the very, very, very ancient side of yoga before Hinduism, before the Indian side of yoga, it's going to talk about yoking. What does yoking mean? Yoking, bringing together the mind, body, and soul in a unison. Bringing something together, right, as a whole. So on the Hinduism side, the Indian side of things, that's mainly where you see yoga at today. You don't really hear about it with Kemet. You don't really hear about the ancient side of it with when we talk about the black and the land of black and how we used to do it, when it was more on a meditative breathing side of things, okay? Less poses, right? So more Buddha style. So right now in the mainstream, you're gonna hear Hinduism. You're gonna hear things like the 8-limbed path, right? So that's called the Ashtanga Yoga from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. All right, this is from an Indian man. Okay, so this is the Indian side of yoga, right? But remember, yoga was way before this man was born, because yoga was back in time with the prophets, Jesus, Moses, Muhammad, the burning bush with Moses. That was a meditative state, quantum healing. Okay, so this was way before this Indian man. All right, energy healing, way before Reiki system. Okay, lock that in your head. Understand the real timeline of this, okay? So the 8-limb path, this is mainstream yoga of today. This is the Indian philosophy, okay? Yamas. But did he really create the yamas? Because when I go into it, you're going to be like, wait, that sounds a little familiar to another prophet, okay? Yamas, ethical restraints, how we relate to the world. Your yamas are your ethical restraints, how you relate to this world. Niyamas, observances, how we relate to ourselves. One is how we relate to the world. The other is how you relate to yourself. Okay? Asana, physical postures. Here's the postures. Putting the body in a physical posture, your asanas. Okay? Physical, are you here? Pranayama, breath control. There's your breath. All right? So that is a part of yoga, right? That was your answer you gave. Pranayama, breath control. Pratyahara. These are sacred words. This is sacred language I'm saying, okay? So withdrawal of senses. Withdrawing your senses. Can you feel calm? Can you instantly go from 100 to 0 in a drop of a breath? Can you put yourself in a floating state? Okay? So withdrawal of your senses. Dharana, concentration, focus. Do you have focus? Right now, I know you're tired. Where is your dharana? Is your concentration, is your focus there? Can you breathe and can you get through your workshop? Right? So samadhi. Has anybody heard of that term? Samadhi. Tell me about samadhi. I wonder why they call it samadhi. Did they speak about samadhi? Oh, interesting. Okay, interesting. That's kind of interesting that you have a retreat. That's dope. Okay, number one, that's pretty dope to have your retreat center to be called samadhi. All right. So I'm not going to take away from the creativity side of things. But to not explain that.
But I don't think the name came from the but like, because he explained what it was, why they named it, but it wasn't.
Why did they name it? Maybe that's the explanation. Let me hear it.
It was basically surrounded by family.
Interesting. Okay, let's kick right into it. Samadhi. Union, Trinity, union with self, enlightenment. When you hear the Buddhists and when they speak about samadhi, when Buddha said, I was enlightened, when you hear Prophet Jesus say, I was enlightened, the chakras, I woke up, consciousness, enlightenment, the awakening happened, I ascended, I'm an ascended master. That means they became one with themselves. That means they brought their mind, body, and soul into a unison. You feel a certain type of way. You do feel different with your energy. You feel a totally different blissfulness. It's a certain type of peace that you feel with samadhi. That's why their retreat center is called samadhi, because they want you leaving in unison with yourself and in peace with yourself. How you see yourself and how the world views you and how you're seen in the world, right? There we go. So that just brought everything all together. So the physical practice prepares us for the spiritual journey. Nobody is exempt from this spiritual journey. Everybody in this room is going through a spiritual journey. Every time you enter Earth, you're going through a spiritual journey. Okay, some people ask me, what are aliens? You're an alien. Are you not? So that's how deep I'm gonna drag you on this retreat. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Anunnaki. Your spiritual journey, who you are. Who are you? Outside of this physical earth body, this is a spacesuit. The 5 Yamas, part 2. Ethical restraints, okay? Ahimsa, non-violence. Non-violent, y'all. This is yoga philosophy. You're not supposed to be violent. You're supposed to practice non-violence. This is what the monks practice. This ain't no different from what the monks practice. Non-violence. They don't even kill a bug. I'm not even there yet. I killed a lot of bugs. I shouldn't have done that. I killed a lot of bugs. I was just minding their business. But I just try to get them out the house. But I'm not there yet. But I'm going to get there because that's where I'm trying to get to. Because I do want to retire as a monk status. Okay, so y'all going to be like, bye to your friend after a while. Because I'm going to be up in the mountains and just, after the kids get grown, that's where I'm headed. All right, so non-violence. Where have you heard that from? What other prophet have you heard that from? What other prophet? Go deeper, go longer, older.
What's the one?
What's the 10 Commandments? Who did the 10 Commandments?
Jesus.
Moses. So listen, non-violence. That's like the 10 Commandments. Okay, non-harming in thought, words, and action. You shouldn't be harmful to yourself or nobody else, whether it's physical or in words. Because what you do to others, it will come back to you 3 times fold. That's karma. You understand? That's a universal law that'll never go away. All right? So you're supposed to have compassion, kindness. You're supposed to avoid harming yourself and others. All right? Daily practice. Choose words that heal. Eat mindfully. Practice self-forgiveness. When y'all ate in there, y'all ate as a group. You didn't watch TV, so that was conscious eating. You ate with breath. You didn't have a lot of distraction going on. So that's what we're going to practice here. But eating mindfully, being able to meditate and think while you eat, because that is a very peaceful practice. Cooking, eating is a very, very it's a therapeutic benefit. Okay, very therapeutic state that you could put yourself in. So, self-compassion, gentle self-talk, honoring your body. Are you doing these things on a daily basis? Right, honoring your body. You have to pick a daily practice. So when you think of a daily practice, what other word can we think of?
Routine.
Yes. What other word can we think of besides routine? Very good. Ritual. Take it back ancient times. You want to know why they were so disciplined? Why they was more of a disciplined human back in the ancient times than we are now? Because they had rituals. They had daily self-practices. Those high priestesses, those girls, they just didn't burn sages, wasn't walking around, was burning sage and shit. Nah, they was in there breathing and meditating. Somebody go get the plantains. Sorry, we're gonna go get our food. Somebody go to the door and grab the plantains. Thank you. But they had a daily practice, okay, a ritual. How do you expect to expand? How do you expect to grow when you don't have a plan in place to help you get there? How do you expect to expand and grow if you don't have a plan in place to get there? That is going for your exercise. I'm not talking about going to the gym, working on certain parts of your body at separate times. Because again, when you separate things, what happens when you separate things? What are we trying to do? Because now you're conflicting mind, body, and soul unison. Am I wrong? Am I right? So that gym stuff is really ego. That gym stuff is, I'm going to work on my arms today. Tomorrow I'm going to work on my legs today. No, my nigga, work on your mind, body, and soul all at the same time. Moving your pinky toe, your pinky finger, and your heart all at the same time. Your breath. Swimming is a very good one. Swimming is meditative. That's a solitude. That's very good. Yoga, that's good. Chi. We're going to do a little bit of chi. Y'all excited? You're going to do a little bit of chi here. I think I'm going to put that into the beach routine. We're going to tap a little bit into some chi. All right? So same thing as yoga. That's a yoking. You have to have a daily ritual. And I'm going to push that into your head for you to expand and grow. You have to expand and grow during your awakening. Or you're not awakening. You have a lot of fake awakenings out there, by the way. There's some crazy stuff going on. We understand? All right, because this is a real awakening, y'all. There is a shift between 3D and 5D, whether you want to realize it or not. That's another discussion, though. All right, so Satya. You want to bring the plantains in here and y'all want to snack on those, y'all can. But if not, y'all don't have to. We're about to be done. Satya, truthfulness. Are you being truthful with yourself? Are you being truthful with yourself and are you being truthful with others? Lying. I should not lie. That's also another 10 commandment. There it is. This is not nothing new. This ain't new age. This is old age. This ain't not that term, new age. Y'all like to say that's something evil. It ain't evil. It ain't evil. You just don't know your Bible. Nor do you know your Quran. Nor do you know your Torah. All right. So listen, this is ancient. Truthfulness. Are you being real? Are you lying? Are you being truthful to yourself? All right. This is deep stuff. Living and speaking truth with compassion. Authentic living, being genuine, are the masks off the face. Who are you outside of society? Who are you outside of your parents? Who are you outside of your parents? Who are you outside of your community? Who are you outside of your nationality? Power to the people. Oh, I know that I'm black, so I'm conscious. That is not me conscious at all. I know some of the most ignorant and the most low vibrational people ever who tries to throw the black fist up. Let me tell you something. That has nothing to do with being conscious. No, it's a step because there's levels to it. Because outside of just being society, now you can kind of understand, hey, I love my black hair. I love, who I am in my physical body. Physical body, y'all. That's 3D. That's not 5D. When we hear on 5D, 7D, we way past that. We thinking about how we can save the world. We thinking about how we can clean up our water, our air, how we can farm, how we can bring real communities together. We don't really care about, we passed this because really we're not working together as a black nationality. So this shit fake anyway. We ain't there yet. You have to really rise in consciousness for us to really be here. You understand that? That's the truth. So non-stealing. Are we stealing? This is all commandments. Not taking what doesn't belong to you. Not stealing time. That goes for the same as energy, y'all. These energy vamps. Are you taking other people's energy? Are you not using your energy correctly? Are you not being efficient with your energy? What are you doing with yourself all day? Who are you hanging around? What projects are you completing? Are you getting things done? Are you where you want to be as an individual in your projects, not for corporate? Because that's another discussion we're going to have. Working for corporate, I've been there, done it. Was a cop, correction officer, military, super corporate stuff. You understand? That's working for Shaitan. We're going to talk about straddling the fence. At the end of the day, I did it. I get it. But the real money, the real guap, is in your purpose, is in your destiny. Are you stealing from your energy? Are you vamping your own energy? Let's not blame it on just other vampires. Are you vamping your own energy in the wrong way? That's on another discussion. We're going to talk about that during the retreat. Absolutely. So, gratitude for what you have. Are you grateful? Are you grateful for where you are at in the present moment? Do you pray about that? I don't care if you sleeping on your auntie's floor. Are you grateful to have a floor to lay your head on? Because that's how things manifest and move. Are you grateful? Grateful should be the first thing you breathe when you wake up and arise, and the very last thing you breathe, exhale out before you lay your head down. Okay? So, arrive on time, give credit where due, practice gratitude, giving credit where it's due. Don't take the credit all the time. You don't have to be a big shot all the time and be the ego and the man or the girl in the room. Give credit where it's due. That's important. That's an important one because I see a lot of people like validation on this earth. And that's a big problem. We have a lot of narcissists going around, but we have a lot of empaths too that love validation and attention and codependency. That's a big one. You don't have to catch the credit all the time. It's not for us all the time. One day may be me, one day may be you tomorrow. Do you understand that? Maybe you're light, but you have to learn how to have that credit bounce around and give it where it's due. All right. So non-possessiveness, aparigraha. These words are like, woo. Aparigraha, non-possessiveness, possessiveness, obsession. In most of these relationships, is it truly love or is it possession and obsession? Is it love, y'all? Is it love or is it possession or obsession? Handful of relationships is love. But most, if you think about domestic abuse and the situations that we have here on this earth, is it love or is it possession or obsession? Even in families, even from siblings, mothers, it's possession. Knowing your every move when you're an adult, bro, there's something wrong with that. You should be able to breathe without answering your mother every 24/7. There's something wrong with it. There is something wrong with that. Right. Like, I don't have to call you back every 24/7. I don't want my kids hanging off I told my 2 kids, not this one. Okay. They have a life to live. Definition, non-attachment, letting go of greed. Non-attachment, y'all. Just being able to disattach from material things, physical people, family, friends, things that you know you should have been let go of, relationships, boyfriends, girlfriends, shows, TV shows, news, music. We know we shouldn't be listening to a certain vibration no more. Y'all know that, right? You listen to that stuff and absorb it here, you will be that. You will be the bang, bang, shoot them up. I don't think you want to be that no more, homies. There's no money in that. All right, that's what we got to teach our kids something different. Do we understand? All right, so we moving right along. Material free, I just said that. And I just said it. Material freedom. Material freedom, not being controlled by possessions. Emotional freedom, releasing attachment to outcomes. Emotional freedom. How can you release yourself emotionally? Emotional freedom. How can you release yourself emotionally? Make sure no ants get on that, y'all, okay, from that door. How can you free yourself emotionally? Releasing attachment to outcomes. How many of you get so upset when things don't go your way? Oh, you have a lot of expectations, don't you?
When I'm at something
small stuff. All stuff. Sometimes I still do it every once in a blue moon. I'm not exempt. I'm still learning. I'm still ascending, right? I'm still awakening, right? To my highest. I'm going high, right? So releasing attachment to outcomes. Y'all just let things flow. Learn how to let things flow. Flow like what? What element flows? All right. So daily practice. Practice gratitude. Share generously. Let go of expectations. You just said it, right? No more expectations. That's in a lot of great books that you practice. It says let go of expectations. Buddha, that's all. Ain't ascended masters practice letting go of expectations. I don't expect anybody to do anything. Okay? We flow, right? But just like tonight, I had everything on a timeline, but it never, I don't care what you do, it's not going to go that way. You understand? It just doesn't happen that way. Rarely. Not anything like this. This is something that you want to definitely flow. Part 3, the 5 niyamas. So we just went over the yamas, all right? All right. The 5 niyamas, personal observances. Number 1, saka, cleanliness. That's a big one with me, cleanliness. How can you clear your mind in junk and filth? What vibrates low? What loves to live in filth and chaos?
low vibration spirits.
Demons and evilness and jinns and oh shoot, he said it right. Parasites, all types of nasty little creatures, right? Man, clean. Let me tell you something. Yes, and Prophet Muhammad said, I'm gonna say this one. Prophet Muhammad said to not walk in your house with shoes. You shouldn't be walking in your house with shoes, y'all. How many of y'all, raise your hand and be honest? How many of y'all still walk in your house with shoes? Be honest, because when you be honest with yourself, you do better. Because I'm still honest with myself. You still do it though, right? It doesn't matter. Don't do it at all. Let me tell you what you're doing. You're bringing in spirits into your house. They vibrate low. People spit, shit, crap, piss on the floor. If your children are watching this, namaste, I apologize. Listen, they do all that stuff on the floor. So much nastiness on the floor. Now what you're doing is bringing, everything is energy, is it not? Is it not? So now you're bringing all of that stuff into your house. Now you're there, you're feeling chaotic, and you may not be feeling yourself, and now you're like, I don't know why I feel like this. I don't know why I can't make a decision. I don't know what's going on. This is not you. In most cases, it's what you brought into your home. Or for your shoe alone. Stop doing it. Make a nice little shoe area. Make a nice little shoe area. Put your shoes there. Come into your clean home. Do you understand?
I have a question. I live with my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
It would be hard for her to take her shoes on and off of them.
Grandma's different. You know what? Yes, Palo Santo, of course. You want to go low. When you're cleansing, you always want to go low. People don't start high. Start low. You go low, then up high. You can get her some booties too from Home Depot.
Okay.
Before she gonna, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Walk her to her area, then take off her shoes and take off the booties and then do all of that. You can come up with your smart little ways to make sure that your area is clean. Okay, keep demonic spirits out of your home. Do not wear no shoes. Cleanliness, okay? Keep your house clean. All right, wash your hands, wash your face. Before meditation and yoga, it's important to do wudu. Wudu is an Islamic term, okay? Y'all save me some plantains, okay? Wash your hands. I'm like, wash your hands. Y'all save me some plantains. I know we filming, but I'm hungry. All right, so wash your hands. Wash up to your elbows. Wash your face. If you've been out all day, if you're not going to take a shower, at least do that before you start your prayer and meditation. Do not be doing no prayer and meditation. And yoga is a spiritual practice when you have been outside with vampires all day, draining your energy. Now what you did is took all the spirits and now they're praying with you and now blocking your blessings. Oh, I wonder why things are not happening correctly. I wonder how these monitoring spirits are finding out what's happening here to my plan. Okay? All right, so cleanliness. Better cleanliness. Purity of body, mind, and environment. Purity of body, mind, and environment. Alcohol, y'all. Whether you want to realize it or not. Alcohol. This liquor in America ain't. Okay? It's called spirits for a reason. You want to know what's happening to your vessel every time you drink liquor? You are possessing yourself with a spirit. You're possessing yourself in Stafala. You're possessing yourself with Azul. There's a demon called, his name is Azul. Okay, see, I don't even know that. So alcohol demon is Azul. So now when you're drinking alcohol, now what you're allowing is Azul to come into your vessel and to do what it wants to do. Okay? But Azul has been destroying so many families and generations and communities. All right? We have molestation involved with Azul. We have human trafficking involved with Azul. We have so many narcissism involved with Azul. We have rape involved with Azul. We have domestic abuse involved with Azul. So I can go on and on with Azul. So do we understand about the pure keeping your body purified if you want to go to a certain frequency? These monks and certain people are at certain frequencies that you will never believe. All right. So, but y'all want to get up there 5D. All right. So just be wary of what you put into your vessel. That goes for food, entertainment, people being around you, whispering things in your ear, all types of stuff. All right. Clear thoughts, clean body, healthy food, organized space. No wearing shoes in your house. Positive mental diet. I just said all of that. All right. Daily practice, mindful hygiene, declutter space, choose uplifting content. Change your music. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. That's true. People want to know, how do I do this? How do I cleanse my energy? Or how do I clear my mind? How do I reach my purpose? Stop listening to that dumb shit. Excuse my French. Stop dumbing your mental down and you'll get there. Do we understand that stuff? Stop listening to demons and devils. Don't do it no more. Stop straddling the fence. That's how you reach your destiny. Stop straddling the fence. All right? So contentment. So all of that. Not being satisfied. Nuh-uh. Somebody Google. What's the Google definition of contentment? Somebody Google contentment for me real quick. I just want to see what the Google definition is of contentment. Finding joy and peace in the present moment. Okay? So,
definition is a state of happiness and satisfaction.
Finding, being content. Because people are not content. That is being grateful. That is being at a certain type of frequency and happiness. People are not content with their lives. People put on this front and sit there and be like, oh, I'm so content, I'm happy, but then complain so much. So that's two conflicting things. That's two opposing forces. That makes no sense. Now you're being a hypocrite. Am I wrong? Am I right? You gotta stop doing that. Stop doing that. You can't do that, or you not manifesting correctly. That's why a hypocrite, a narcissist, they can't manifest correctly. They have problems manifesting, and that's why they need a light, a smart person to manifest correctly. They need your light to, that's how they destiny swap with you. That's another conversation. I can't talk about that. I have to keep going. All right, so TAPIS, discipline, practice, ritual. All right? Sustained effort, spiritual discipline. How many of y'all got a spiritual ritual? How many of y'all are disciplined with your spirituality? That's good. How many? Raise your hand. How many wake up every day and breathe and do meditation before touching your phone? How many, raise your hand if you, before you touch your phone, you breathe, you meditate, or you do some sort of sun salutation before you touch your phone. Raise your hand. So you're not, so now I'm going to stand up on that note. Because no, you don't have a spiritual practice. That's how disciplined you got to get with yourself. Because now you're giving your energy to AI, Shaitan, before you give it to the Most High, yourself, spirit. There's something wrong with that. Okay? That has to stop. We can't do that no more. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do after this? When you wake up every rise, what are you going to do? Take time to yourself. Get yourself together before you go out into the world. Stop being, that's why people are a mess in the world. That's why they can't think straight. They haven't taken the time to breathe before you even got out of the bed. There's something wrong with that. Slow it down, all right? Inner flame that drives spiritual growth. Inner flame that drives spiritual growth. Inner flame that drives spiritual growth. Your flame. Your solar plexus. There it is. Is your solar plexus on fire? Are you determined to get to your destiny? Are you moving slow? Are you moving slow?
I have a question about solar plexus. And you touch on you not needing a person outside to get your masculine energy. So they tell me that. I need to just be
If you was on this island by yourself, how would you ignite your solar plexus? Your solar plexus is a chakra portal. It has nothing to do with another being. That is so codependent. And let me tell you something. Please don't listen to anybody who says anything unintelligent like that. Because that's a person that's still wrapped up in other people and they have a codependency issue. A female who says that you have to go catch your male energy by being with someone that is a male, there's something wrong with that. Because even if a male wasn't even created and God created one being on this earth first, you would still embody the male energy and the female energy without another male being there. How would you ignite that? Mind, body, and soul unison. Everything we're talking about right now. Yoking, opening up your solar plexus. What opens up your solar plexus? Foods too. If you eat a whole bunch of oranges, cantaloupes, things that's close to that yellow color, lemons, a lot of lemons, pineapple will flare you up. If you consciously eat, if you eat something like pineapple juice, ginger, or something like that, and you think about it and you sit there, you be like, yo, I can really go do some damage right now. Your determination automatically picks up. Your solar plexus has opened up, has nothing to do with sex, nor another being. That goes for any chakra. Do you understand that? And the reason why I get fired up is because this world is too codependent on partnerships. It's ridiculous. I have to do this because this person wants me to do it. Or I have to do this because this person doesn't want me to do it. Or I can't. There's some, the what? You came out of your mother's womb by yourself. Did you not? Figure it out, right? We got to do better. Solitude is not a boyfriend and girlfriend. It's not that husband and wife stuff is also a trap. If you watch my YouTube, I'm going to have a video on that. That husband and wife stuff, a lot of times, it is a trap. It's a society thing. I'm not talking about, but it is a society thing that we have been raised up on. Do we understand? All right. So, but love is a beautiful thing when you're doing it correctly in unison with respect. All right. So here we go. Dedication to practice even when difficult. When y'all start this ritual, y'all got to do it even when it's difficult. Y'all think I want to wake up 3 times out of the week, sweat my ass off, do sun salutations, but sometimes I just want to no, because I know I'm putting my body down, my mind, body, and my soul down. Right? It's going to be difficult mornings when you don't. People, depression, anxiety, when you're dealing with a lot of depression, that's why you have to do that, because that kills depression. Okay? It kills depression. So, dedication to practice even when difficult, consistent yoga, meditation, healthy habits, perseverance. What is perseverance? Yep. Self-study, study of sacred texts and self-reflection. Are you reading? Are you opening up your mind? Have you read you know what? There's a lot of lies in the Bible in different Qurans. First of all, there's several different Bibles, several different Qurans. There's a lot of lies, but there's also a little bit of truth. Do we understand? Are you reading these books? How can you know something if you're not reading it? This was a lot of hypocrites out there. Oh, I'm saying I have an opinion on this, but did you read about that really? No, your opinion is actually unintelligent. So it cannot be a fact. If you actually listen to people when they talk, they tell them themselves. Do you understand? Make sure there's none of those little ants getting in our plantains. All right, so there's a lot of bugs here in Costa Rica. It is what it is. Reading spiritual literature, scriptures. I just said it. Y'all got to read. So I'm going to give y'all homework after this. There's a book I want y'all to read. All right? I'm going to give y'all homework assignment, and we're all going to talk about it as a group. I want you to get this book. We're going to go chapter to chapter with each other. All right? So we're going to open up our minds some. So understanding your patterns, motivations, and growth. Read inspiring texts, journal, self-reflection. Surrender to the divine. What does that mean? Surrendering to the divine. What else? Go deeper with that, Mo. I want you to go. Now I'm going to take your head and I want you to go deeper with that. Surrendering to yourself. What does that mean? Surrendering to your higher self. What does that mean? When you surrender to something, what are you doing?
Releasing control.
You're giving that something, right? You're giving energy to that, right? So are you really surrendering to your higher self? Because what does your higher self want? I want all of y'all to be real with yourself. What truly, what does your higher self want? Your higher self want peace. And what comes with peace? Being financially stable, all of that, right? Because now you still have to make sure you balance your physical with your spiritual. So surrendering, are we surrendering to our higher selves? Are we really doing what our higher selves want? No. Our higher selves want peace. That means they want peace. The very first thing you should be breathing before you touch a phone. You're not doing that. So are you really surrendering to yourself? I want you to think about that. There we go. So devotion and surrender to something greater. Letting go, like you just said, Layla. Releasing control, trusting the divine plan. God already has a plan. Your higher self already knows what's up, what's popping. What you're seeking is seeking you. Your higher self already know. I already know what Loren's about to do, but it's a damn shame he ain't listening. Oh, that's what our higher selves be saying. I just use you as an example, though. But that's what they be saying. You understand? No. I like to just throw names out there as an example. Know what I mean? So example. But are we really listening? Think about that. Okay? Trusting the divine plan. You already have a plan. You want to know how to find it? You ask me that question. You ask me that. You want to know, how do I find my divine purpose? By being quiet, sitting still, and listening to what your higher self has for you. Everything, all your answers are here. Heart and mind. Heart and atlas. Where's your atlas? Your head. All right, so offering actions as devotion. Devotion. Are you devoting? Are you devoting good energy within the community? Do we know who we are around? Let me ask y'all a question. Are you giving your energy more to devils than to angels in this society? Come on, say it again. Are we giving our energy more to the devils or to the angels? Be for real. Are we giving our energy more to the Shaitan or to the Most High? Where do you need to shift your energy to? To the Most High. So when you leave this retreat, what do you think needs to start happening with your plan? Cutting a lot of them goddamn niggas off. Changing your energy space. Who asked me that during the kickoff? How do I cleanse my energy? How do you free your orbit? Your energy is more than just this Palo Santo stick. That means nothing. Because a big bad demon can be like, I don't care about that smoke. Smack, smack, I'm in the house anyway. I'm in the house anyway doing my thing, causing chaos. They don't care about Palo Santo. So what are you going to do to clean your orbit up? Choose you devotion. Devotion to who? Most High, higher self. Shift your energy. How many of y'all gonna shift your energy for real? Like for real, like not the talking. Like how many of y'all gonna take everything I'm saying to y'all during this retreat and gonna put it in motion? What's orbit? Motion. Who's going to cleanse their orbit?
I'm like sitting here like I already know. Like I know what I need to do.
You just bullshit. I bullshitted for a long time. I bullshitted for 33 years. I bullshitted for 33 years. Don't do it. 33. The young ones in here, you don't have to bullshit for 33 years when you got the knowledge. Now, if you got the knowledge and you still choose the bullshit, then that's on you. That's on you. That's on your orbit. And when your orbit's still messed up, you gotta blame yourself for your orbit that you're creating, creators. Most Highs, because that's what the Most High does. It has an orbit, it creates. All right, so you got to figure that out. Living the Yamas and Niyamas. Start small. So when you leave this retreat, I say you're going to start living those Yamas and Niyamas as a daily practice. Choose one Yama and choose one Niyama to focus on. Notice opportunities to practice throughout the day. Daily awareness. How can I put the Yamas and the Niyamas into practice? That's going to help you manifest better. That's going to help you better law of attraction. Just by practicing it. That's what yoga, that's my yoga. That's what yoga is. This is how I practice yoga. Spiritually, I don't get up like the fakes and just look cute in two pieces and be doing cute poses and no, I practice, breathe, and eat this all day, every day. This is a practice. So gentle progress. These are lifelong practice. These are lifelong practices. You should be doing this to the day you die. This is what Buddha, Jesus, Moses, Prophet Muhammad, every prophet practiced. Bless you. Every prophet practiced the same practice. This is not new age. This is old age. These are lifelong practices, not perfection goals. How can we embody these during our time here? How can you embody the Yamas and the Niyamas while you're here on this retreat? Start doing them now. Towards one another in this space, in this house, towards yourself. When you wake up, say, I'm grateful to be here. I love myself and I'm beautiful. And I am handsome. I am handsome, okay? Beautiful, nice things to yourself. Just start now. All right, cut your phone off. You're here on a retreat. Unless you're taking notes, I don't want you on. You're not on Instagram, you're not on YouTube. I catch you on that, you gotta give me 10 push-ups. And I'm talking about Marine Corps push-ups and the diamond. And I'm gonna hold you in plank style for a minute. Don't let me catch you on that stuff. We taking a break. All right, so which Yama resonates most with your current life situation? Journal that. This is for your journal. Which Yama resonates most with your current life situation? These are also in the PDF. All right. Which Niyama feels most challenging for you right now? How can these principles enhance your yoga practice? All right. Thank you for tuning in to the Yoga Philosophy, the Yamas and the Niyamas workshop. We thank you, and that concludes this evening. We're going to save our questions for after the video. Thank you. All right, we're going to kick off our yoga class. Y'all need to journal. Now we have about a 45-minute yoga session. Tomorrow I will double up on the foot massages, meaning instead of doing one person, I'll be doing two.